Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the P.O.P show. Whatever you do, watch while you move, or watch a while. I gotta tell you like it is. It's crazy as hell. Watch how, or watch how you move. Welcome to the huddle, the P.O.P show. Each one reach one, each one teach one. You got to know that you are that one and you are enough. Enough to get it right when everything going wrong. We know that your attention is the most powerful thing that you can pay. So if you paying me some attention right now in the moment or on the replay, I want you to know, man, I give my all to be worthy of this here moment of your attention. Tonight's show is, are you a savage? The question is more powerful than the answer. Man, it's been a powerful question. It all started, I made a piece this week called The Lion's Den. It says the lion's den is not a dangerous or a wrong place. It's the lion's home. It's where the lion most feels safe. The lion's den become dangerous when an outsider enters wrong. There's peace in the lion's den when a lion invites you into its home. See, when you real and respect it, from the outside, what look like danger really be protection. I came upon this man when I was thinking about a moment of humility. And this is just my perspective from which I came up with this concept and these words to express something I feel. In life, I've shared moments, it's outright said, with killers. What make them killers? They have killed. But in that moment that I shared with them, there was no danger. There was love. There was respect. There was honor. And so much that I used to always try to be humble in these moments to realize and learn from the moment that I knew that it would become dangerous for other people if they didn't understand. Meaning you come into a moment with me and a man and they feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable, to laugh, to love, to let go. I feel obligated to let someone who comes in understand and know this sacred, brother. I learned how to respect the killer through humility and empathy, to understand that he's a hunter by way of destruction in a mind frame. But he respected me in a sincere moment because I would never get in his jungle, nor did I have a reason to be in his jungle. See, I'm using the killer as an analogy, but this happens for pain and love. You ain't understand how this worked when you went to school with new shoes and new clothes, but you had a friend who didn't have the fortunate amenities that you had, but at the same time, you had to feel his pain enough to understand that he was a friend, and you ain't never want to make him feel no certain type of way, but because in those feelings that he feel, you saw him act out. You saw the peers of pressure break him and make him bad choices. See, ain't nobody above the bullshit. These are the same things that you got to realize that makes you thankful. So when I'm in a lion's den, but one of my friends say, man, you a lion. Power perspective. I heard it from his perspective. I just told you from which way I created it. He said, I've been to your house. Man, you uptight. You better not make a move. You one of them type. He said, man, you a protect. I said, yeah, I ain't never looked at it that way. So it's like this been chewing on me. Going back to, are you a savage? Because a lion is a savage. A lion can turn to a beast at the drop of a dime in the right scenario for the right reason and destroy. That's what makes a lion dangerous. So I'm trying to understand. I talked to another wise man. Same spirit. He was a Jamaican man, so I got to talk like him because I'm talking real life shit. He said, tribe, I study you for a long time. I know you want to be successful. He said, you can be successful, but you got to understand what success is. He said, success is $1 million or $1 billion. You will not get it. I felt like he put a lid on my pot. I said, why not? He said, because it's success, it's about money. You have to be a savage to get the money. You have to be willing to step on somebody's head to climb up to get the money, if that's what success. The success cannot be the money for you because you're not a savage. You care about the people. He said the same way you can't go to the top of your job because to go to the top of your job, you cannot give a fuck about the people. You at work, they love you. The people love you. You're not a savage. I said, God damn. He tore me down, but then he built me right back up. He said, but you are a savage. He about you play football. I know you got the trigger in your mind to dominate. You got to define success. So let me tell you how it works, man. We human being gods to one another. I'm telling you about a real life conversation. I can't even tell you without giving the accent in which it was given. So when the message comes, man, you can't get caught up in who the deliverer is. You got to know when you feel it in your soul in a sincere moment. The question be more powerful than the answer. He said you got to define success. I don't pray because I think all the time success, man, is understanding my responsibilities, man, financially being able to do them in security and put a little bit enough aside for a rainy day and put a little bit enough aside to be able to give my family those feelings that make life feel like it's worth living. that might not take. You might already have enough. When you realize how close it is to reaching it. He said, you're savage about your family. I watch you. You're not taking no shit. You're savage. You're savage when it comes to what you care. That's why there's words to grow on. Same word, different perspectives. I want to tell a story for you to get the point. There was an old man talking to a young man. And the old man asked the young man, he say, Billy, tell me what you want. Billy say, Mr. Willie, I want to win. He said, well, what winning mean? He said, I want to have, respect, honor, want to be able to take care of my family. You know what I mean? I want to be powerful in my own right. He said, I just want to win, Mr. Willie. He said, I feel you, Billy. He said, but let's travel and walk down 2 roads. I'm going to show you the difference between winning. So they went to the first path and they went to a wolf. Mr. Willie say, Billy, here go the wolf. I want you to meet the wolf. The wolf is a winner. Wolf turned around and talked to little Billy. Wolf had all the money he needed. Wolf was rich, respected, feared. Had everything. Everybody wanted to be him. He had blood and meat in his mouth and blood on his hands. He told little Billy, he said, if you want to win, there's 3 principles you live by. Bite first. Don't trust nobody. And you use them before they use you. He said, if you follow these 3 steps, little Billy, you're going to surely win. Look at me. I'm everything they want to be. Willie looked at Billy. He said, do you get it? He said, do that look like winning? He said, but before you answer that question, let me go down this other road. Went down the road, and there was an old shepherd. I don't know if he was German or not. He was just an old shepherd. He had scratches all over his face. Dirty coat. Wasn't nothing really glam about him. He know little Billy just left talking to the wolf up there, and the wolf got all the money, got all the clothes, got all the hoes, got all the respect. He got everything that a young man want and desire. He know that's where they come from. But all the shepherd could say was, I can't compare to everything he told you about winning. All I can say is, I bite too. And he got loud with it. So as the shepherd was getting loud, a lot of sheep came up from the back. He said, but the only time I bite is when he come around. And all the sheep in the back. Say, so I'm winning too. I'm winning too. You saw a lot of blood on his hand and meat in his mouth. But it ain't been from none of these. So Willie asked him, Billy, are you a savage? What kind? And Billy started singing. Yeah, Billy started singing. Billy sang, order my steps in your word, dear Lord. Teach me, lead me, guide me, my order be still. Order my steps in your word, Lord. Mr. Willie asked Billy, he said, Billy, why the hell you start singing that? Billy said, because my Lord is a shepherd. See how that work? My Lord is a shepherd. He bite, he undefeated. He a killer. He a savage, protecting what's real. He depended upon. He got a value. He worth something that money can't buy. He ain't got to bite first. He protect with honor. Savage. Alexa, what is a savage?
As a noun, savage can have a few meanings. 1. An uncivilized human being. 2. A fierce, brutal, or cruel person. 3. A rude, boorish person. 4. A member of a pre-literate society.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Just doing my job.
And really all that means is, do you have an ego? Can you activate your ego? Your ego will put your foot down and say, stop it, we can't take no more. I'm tired of defending. I'm going on offense. Can you catch? Because I'm coming. See, the world, man, because we don't understand that there's two sides to a coin. But it ain't nothing deep. We've seen the stories. We've seen Bruce Leroy versus Shonuff. We understand that those are two egos. One has good intentions, one have bad intentions, but the skill and art of battle is about savagery with the right or wrong intentions. Who is the master? Alexa, who is the master?
The Honorable Trab P.
It's time to prove it. When it's time to prove it, man, you got to prove it. So sometimes, man, when you talking to people, it ain't about being right or wrong. You got to understand the perspective of which people are coming from. Power in this. That's the name of this show. The Power of Perspective. The P.O.P. show. There's a power in someone who ideals of winning is climbing to the top through blood, through dishonor. I am a boss. We romanticize the ideals of becoming with no reality of being. I am a boss. I have witnessed people who turn into savagery and savages to make savages moves, to move up a ladder, not understanding. Can't climb me like that. Can't climb me like that. And they go around me, yeah, they still go around me and find the right ladder that they could climb with no integrity. Who are you when no one is looking? That's the baseline of savagery, being a savage. Man, I want to talk some real life shit. And this some real life. And uh, Monday morning, I got a knock at my door. 8:15. Looking at the camera. Who is that? Well, I say that's such and such husband. I don't know him. White couple walk around the pond, walking their dogs. I speak in respect. They seem to be cool. The wife formed a relationship with my wife, let the dogs run, but nothing personal. One time they was walking down and we was in the yard and, they stopped and I introduced myself. Other than that, I don't know nothing of him and he don't know nothing of me. But 8:15 on Monday morning, say, what's up? I open my front door. He got blood on his shirt, blood on his hand, and blood on his feet. Talking real life shit. I'm looking him up and down. I'm in posture. My baby got my back. I said, what's up? He said, I think I tried to kill myself, man. I just need somebody to talk to. I say, life come at you fast, man. Real life speed. I said, well, man, sit on the porch, man. Let me get right. I'll be out in a minute. Talk it over with my wife. I said, I don't know what's going on, baby. I said, text that lady and see what's up. So I go out there and I sit down, and he said, man, I tried to hurt myself. Somebody just done tore up my whole goddamn house. He said, man, she told me she wanted to leave me. And I made a decision to tell this cause Lord be my witness if he watch it, I ain't lying. He said, man, she threatened to leave me. She gonna leave me, man, and I fucking lost it, man. I said, yeah, man, what's up? I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't even know the white man. Just listening to him. He said, yeah, man, forgive me, man, man, I just knew I came to the right place, man. I just knew I came to the right place, man. Thank you for coming out, just giving me a time. He had a 6-pack. He said, man, I hadn't drunk in 2 years, but god damn, this beer feels good. I don't know this man. I'm shaking him down. Same time, white man got blood on him at my front door. He said, you a pastor, ain't you? I say, no, I ain't no, this a part of my shakedown, because I don't play no games. I say, no, I ain't no pastor. I really don't even believe. Talking to a white man with blood on him at my front door. He said, God damn, what? He said, man, all this time they've been saying you're a pastor. Man, goddamn, your front door looked like the golden arch of saving my life. I had to come knock on it. What? I said, but that's real, man. But just talk to me, brother. I say, talk to me, man. I say, it's all good. I say, I am what I am, but that ain't even got nothing to do with it. You all right? So he said, will you ride around my house with me, man, and come back? Man, I got something. I said, no, man. I don't even know you like that. So he kind of act like he got mad, and he said, well, all right, man. I'm sorry, man. Thank you. I ain't mean to disturb you. And he left. So while he was gone, me and my wife talked about it, my mind going crazy. This is what I woke up to. I'm thinking about the Sinners movie. Man, I done had the little white man come knock on my door in real life. Ain't nobody gonna believe this shit. My mind racing. I'm saying, God damn, he done told me to go around his house. He done trashed his house. I don't know what to think. My mind just going. You talk about critical thinking. Man, I'm looking at everything in the position of what could have happened, what done happened, what everything, man. I say maybe he wanted me to go around there and goddamn do something, and then I kill him and make it look like I broke in his house. I don't know why the fuck did these Jews my door. Shit real. So I'm sitting out on the porch, standing on guard. I don't know what's going on. He come back. He said, man, I thought about it, man. I ain't want you to think I'm lying, man, you know. So we sat down and I said, well, come on, let's talk, man. I said, but before we talk, let me tell you something, man. I say, cause I don't really understand what's going on with you, but I'm here to share this moment with you. If it can help you, if you thought about hurting yourself, then let's find a moment of peace and clarity, man. I say, if something told you to knock on my door, I think that's real. Let's go. I said, but let me tell you something before we go. I'm still on the shakedown. Now, who the fuck this is at my door and why? But it's been powerful already. I said, let me tell you something, man. I say, I woke up to you. I said, but ever since Saturday afternoon, me and my wife had a misunderstanding or whatever you may call it, and we ain't been vibing since Saturday, this Monday morning. So we just went through the motions, Saturday and Easter. Went to bed Sunday night. We go through the cycles. We have our ups and downs, but I'm more thankful that we have more ups than downs. But we going through the cycle. I ain't said too much Sunday night, but Monday morning at 8:15, we communicated. And we synced in as goddamn one with all bullshit aside. And when I was at the door, she had my back in position, ready to goddamn go. Who at my door? Lion's den don't become dangerous till you enter wrong. I say so, but let me tell you something. That's what I'm telling him. I say, so before we go any further, when you left, me and my wife went in and had a conversation, and we hugged, and we made up, and we realized that fuck the bullshit. Shit could have got real at any moment. Who was at my door? A day and a half ended in a moment. So I say, I want to thank you, man. You added value to my day already. Thank you for knocking on my door. He got them start crying. Knew this what the fuck I was supposed to do. Can you tell her to call my wife and tell her, goddamn, I done something good today? She a nurse, he's something high at the bank. She don't brag about me. I'm blanking on him because I'm shaking him down. I don't know what's in this white man's mind. He done tore up his whole goddamn house and he bleeding. But he come knocking at my door. And he don't know me and I don't know him. But I'm real enough in this moment because I've been here before. More than once. And in one of those times or most of those times, I made decisions that I wish I could go back and make different. If I knew then what I know now. And this white man. He started crying. He said, can you please tell I've done something good? He hired the bank. She a nurse. They ain't got no children. They love their dogs. Money ain't a problem. But he hurting. He said, man, I went to rehab a couple of years ago. I hadn't done anything. He said, brother, let me tell you something, man. This is for real. He said, when I was in rehab, something happened to me, man. It's like I fucking found a purpose in life. And I don't know what the fuck it is. This how he talking to me. He said, I don't know what the fuck it is, but I found a purpose. And ever since then, man, it's like the devil's just been riding me. One thing after another, after another, after another. And now she don't want me no more. Looking at a stranger cry. He don't know me and I don't know him. I still don't know why. He knocked at my door. But I told him, I say, man, let me be selfish. I said, so cause sometimes, man, I try to find balance, but I can't deny who I am. So you don't know me and I don't know you. So all I can do is be me in this situation. So let me tell you what I want. He said, what do you want? So I want you to get your fucking mind right. So I want you to go home and clean up your house. I want you to accept whatever you done did and know that consequences come with it. And I want you to find your purpose because I believe what you're saying is real. And goddamn, you came and knocked on my door and put yourself in my movie and my shit real. Every moment I create with another man about this here pain is real. So I'm just keeping it real with you. This is what the fuck I want. So I got you, bro. Now, I don't know what the hell happened to him after he left. And before he left, I said, I want you to understand that this real life shit. Say, I don't know where your wife at. I don't know what she going through. But I know at this moment, you knocked on my door, man. And I feel your pain, and I want you to win. And I hope she's somewhere getting the same thing. I hope y'all still can fight for something real. That's what I told her. Now, I don't know the point of that story. I'm still chewing on it. I'm still learning. But it humbled me. It made me realize when I say ain't nobody above the bullshit, it'll make you better if you real enough to deal with it. Some people can deal with it. Some people can't. He couldn't deal too good. Sometimes life will bring you lessons. They'll show you pain of somebody who touched the stove. And that's what empathy is. That's being able to understand the feelings of another. I'm playing mad for a day and a half. Some bullshit can turn into some real shit. But the main part is you got to be able to stand in what's already done. You got to go through the storm. I remember one time when I played football, we was down 50 at halftime. I had to find a reason to play a whole nother half. But all I got, every down and every play, I played for dignity. I played because I knew on Monday we still was going to have film session. And I had enough in me to know that I wasn't going to witness myself quitting and giving up. I don't know if the 10 other people played hard, but I know I played hard every down 50 at halftime. So if he went to jail, he got to go through that. He got to run the course of the play, got to run the course of the game. For a new set of downs, a new game. Sometimes you got to take a loss. I remember when I was coaching Little League football, just going out and said some bullshit ass coaching. But I was so caught up in understanding the real lessons of this here game. We went undefeated all the way to the playoffs. And every fucking game we won, the coach was cussing and mad at the end. And I knew these young boys didn't understand the goddamn, what's the difference? I wanted to lose. Because y'all motherfuckers ain't teaching shit about winning. We need to put the game to y'all spirit, some losing motherfuckers. Yeah. Are you a savage? Two sides to that coin. I tear your ass out the frame, you enter the lines then wrong. The lines then only become dangerous when an outsider enters wrong. But it's a place of peace when the lion invites you into its home. See, power in words, man. These children only know savage from destruction. They don't know savage from protection. Are you a savage? Man, there's so much power in these words. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week.